Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Olympus Academy. So I'm actually Chen Yongjin and I'm the guest speaker. Okay, so right now we actually have a few setups for today. So first and foremost, let's go over the FOMC meeting. So yesterday, what happened? The FOMC actually they hiked rates by 25 basis points, but they actually also cautioned about the recent banking crisis such as the SVB Silicon Valley Bank and indicated that hikes are nearing an end. So traders are actually short selling the dollar index, the dollar, in anticipation for the hikes nearing to an end or hikes get potentially getting lowered in the future. So the Fed's move may indicate that the economy could be stronger and the currency could weaken soon. So that's just the very basic summary. So what kind of setups are we looking at? So at this very moment, if I actually draw a very nice line across, actually notice this is the next support area. So this is a support area that we are looking at that price could potentially head towards today. So I'm looking for price to head towards possibly the 101.600 area. So let's turn it a bit neater. So looking for price to potentially head to that area. So we might see some sort of reaction before we can possibly see price heading towards that low right there. So this is just a possible setup we are actually looking at. So I'm trying to make things as neat as possible. So price also recently broke below the resistance. The resistance level, then this is the support. I should save this layout. Okay, so this is the support line. Okay, give me a moment. Let me save it up. Okay, so this is just a potential setup for the dollar index for the rest of this week. Okay, next we are going to look at the Australian dollar, AUD So this is a setup that I particularly like. So if you actually look at Forex Factory last week, what happened? Let me get it out. So actually the unemployment, let me get this last week. The employment change actually increased. The employment change actually increased from, I mean, the employment change increased from negative 10.9k to 64.6k. All this information you can find it on Forex Factory. Also, the unemployment rate. The unemployment rate actually dropped from 3.7% to 3.5%. So I particularly really like the Australian dollar. So yeah, this week also leading there's actually a flash manufacturing PMI coming up this coming Friday. So the results are likely to be better than expected. So to watch out. Watch out this Friday. Flash manufacturing PMI and the flash services PMI. Okay, so right now just looking at the H4 charts. So yesterday we had the FOMC meeting, caused price to push up very strongly. So next what we are looking at is for price to possibly head up and clear this entire liquidity hotspot. So this is an area I'm looking at as a potential targets for my take profit. So right now we actually have a support formed, quite a nice support. Price actually has been bouncing off this area. Support looking for price to possibly, because I'm going to use smart money concepts. So we actually have a nice little breaker block area right there. So we can potentially look for price to head down and continue bullish towards the upside. So that's a potential setup that I actually have for Australian dollar that I'm actually eyeing at. So if there are no possible setups, when price hits that potential point of interest, I'll not be taking anything. So looking at the H1 chart, yeah, it still reinforces that idea. So what I don't really like about this setup is because there is this so-called resistance area. It would be nicer if price breaks above, as I shown here. Breaks above, retest the area and continue moving bullish. Okay, so this is a resistance. Okay, so that's the only thing that I particularly like. So next, maybe you can take a look at the euro dollar. So looking at the daily, price has gone on a very, very strong bullish leg. So it's already actually tapped into the previous supply area. So maybe towards the H4 chart, moving towards the H4 chart, looking for price to clear out this intermediate high first. Retesting before we possibly can look for price to continue moving higher. So another potential retracement area that we can potentially look out for is this nice little fair value gap. So this is a H4 fair value gap. Potentially you can see price hit down and continue moving towards the upside. Okay, next let's take a look at gold. Okay, before I do that, there's actually a support. Okay, quite a nice support. Okay, never mind. Let's take a look at gold. Okay, gold actually went up very, very strongly due to the FOMC meeting yesterday. So right now the target that I'm looking at on the daily chart. Okay, daily expecting it to still be bullish. Okay, price actually rejected the 2000 price points area. So looking at the H4 chart, we can potentially see more upside to go. So there's a nice little supply area. It's at 1979.500 area. So right now we can potentially look for price to retrace back down towards this fair value gap. H4 fair value gap, let me check the hourly. H4 fair value gap, tap in and potentially continue moving bullish. So these are the setups that I actually have only currently. Australian dollar, Euro dollar and gold. So if there are any questions, feel free to send it into the description, send it into the comment section. I'm sure Chen Yu will be more welcomed, more or less, to reply you guys. So yeah, thank you for watching. And tonight, Chen Yu will be taking over. So see you guys, take care and bye bye.